Goodwill bins. Craziness.
$2 on him.
It's cute.
Some pillows and stuff in there. I like the dog.
I found this Delph. Sam doesn't like
I
it,
hate stuff like that.
but it sells good. You know, Delph's a sought after brand. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Found a Tumi for $1. And another Tumi for $1. If you don't know, Tumi is like a luxury travel brand. They make like different types of bags and they sell really, really well.
Here's some good cutting boards.
Okay. That is super cute.
How much on your Kennedy picture? How much on Mr. Kennedy? Yeah, it's really cool.
My husband's got a shirt with Kennedy on there. It says something, so. And every time he wears it, he just.
He's so cute. It's a weird looking frog, but he's super cute. It is so pretty out here. Lots of golf balls. Okay, so it was kind of hard to talk in that estate sale because there was like nobody there and they were a little bit overpriced. We did find some good things, like we found 2 little Tumi bags, each for $1 still. I ended up putting the Delft piece back because they were just asking way too much on that particular piece for what it resells for. We got a still on a JFK picture. It's an original from his photographer that actually like followed him around and photographed him. We got some cute little frogs. Don't know what is going to be personal and what we're going to sell. And then some other things like some bags and some like vintage shorts. But yeah, we'll show you guys everything that we got. We also have to show you guys everything that we got from Goodwill bins. It was chaos in there, so it was like impossible to film. We only spent like $15 at the Goodwill bins and found some amazing things that I cannot wait to share with you guys.
Hey, so been a full day already this morning. We got up and headed out to a yard sale that didn't yield anything at about 7. Then we went to the bins. I think we spent $15. Just a couple things to name off the top. We have a Patagonia windbreaker with brand new with tags. Last sold a couple days ago for like $109. So we have that, which pays for our entire day. So that's just one. We'll go through everything else when we get home. We also stopped in an estate sale. I got a really cool picture of John F. Kennedy, signed by a photographer who was actually an editor with the Detroit Free Press back in the 60s. So his name's Tony Spina. We'll show that. I love history. But yeah, we got some really cool stuff. Some Trinkies. Shout out Matt from Part-Time Picker. But yeah, we're getting ready to go into Miracle Hill. It's a really good store that I found a lot of good finds in. So come with us. take off. I'll even get it done quick. Rogers Silver Company. Cutting math.
So now we're gonna split up. He's gonna go off to the clothes. I'm gonna go to the purses. And then I'm gonna go to the trinkets, and the shoes, because they're my favorite. Okay, so that was kind of a bust.
I got in a fight with somebody. So this guy was in there. There was a cart of hats. They haven't even had an opportunity to put them out, but I know they let you go through them. And there was 2 carts sitting there, and the gentleman was in between the 2. So I said, "Can I share the space with you?" Being really politically correct, right? And he straight up said no, and it pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I still grabbed some cool ones. Let me show. Really, the only one I saw that I wanted anyway was this one, vintage Detroit. So pretty cool, embroidered on there. But yeah, just being rude kind of took me out of my mood. But with Candace with the green brim. But oh well, we live to fight another day.
Yeah, and then we got a pair of Birkenstocks, sandals. And what is this thing called?
It's one of the things that air inflates it, and kids can lay on it like at the beach or at games and stuff like that.
So even though we had a little tiff, we still grabbed some things.
Yes.
So, but we will update you guys with everything we got from the bins and the estate sale soon. So now we are going to the Goodwill. Buggy or no buggy? You know I gotta go to the purses and the shoes first. Hopefully we're not in here long. We've been going at it since like 7 o'clock this morning. Okay, so they had a lot of purses out today. They had a Kate Spade tote, but it was too dirty, couldn't clean it. This Coach, but the corners are all messed up, see? So I'm gonna put it back. We did find like a Nike vintage backpack.
I need to check that. It looks pretty beat up.
It is for sure pretty beat up.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you think that you can take that project on.
No, I don't think so.
And then I don't know what this.
It's a little vintage
Falcon.
Falcon Spray. Yeah. I jumped on it, but I don't think it's gonna be. Look at that. Yeah.
Okay, so both of these bags are going back.
Unfortunately. But we jump on them. You grab them because you just never know, right?
Right.
Then I thought this maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
No vintage. Okay. Let's go take a step back.
She is a gorgeous paper mache, and so is a snowman, but they just have a lot of damage, unfortunately. I'm not seeing anything really at all. Okay, so this feels like an actual cupcake. So freaking weird. Kind of like it though. Action.
Hey, this is our haul from today. As you can see, it's in a few different piles. I'm exhausted. I'm just gonna be honest with you, not in the mood to really do this, but the wife's making me. So this pile here is from the bins. This is from an estate sale. This little pile here is from Goodwill. And then this little pile here is from Miracle Hill, which is a little thrift store. But I wanted to show you this. This is my favorite thing from today. This is from the estate sale. Paid $35 for it. This is President Kennedy, obviously. This is from the Detroit Free Press. This is a print, and the editor of the Detroit Free Press from back then, Tony Spina, actually signed that in the bottom left corner. So I have to do a little bit more of research on this. I know there's some books and things signed by Tony Spina on eBay right now for like $65, but this is, you know, obviously President Kennedy and the subject matter and everything. So we'll see. Doing a little bit more research. It has a little handwritten note in the back from the owner that was is actually saying what to do with it whenever she passed away. So it had to have had some type of at least sentimental value. Super cool picture if you love history. So but that's it. That's my favorite pick of the day. But we'll kind of just go around and show you everything from the bins. So this is what we picked up pretty much first off. Right when we walked in, we picked up 2 toys, but this is super clean. It's a Belzy, so it's not a, what's that brand?
My mind's going blank.
I don't know. It's not the brand that we are dying to find, but it's something close. We know that it has value. I know they're on eBay right now for like $30. So. Second find of the day was this ugly face Hello Kitty. Hold on, Asher, can you come get these dogs? I only know that this has value because we were watching 2 other pickers pick these up. I saw Hello Kitty first, but then I saw this on top. So if you ever see these out, this is listed, this size, what you can see is small, is listed on eBay right now for $65, but that's the tag. And then you can see the face, and then it has that on top. So 2 toys to start today.
She's super cute.
Then I'll just start going. So this is a vintage beanie. It's from 1976, the bicentennial. But you can just tell it's super quality from the, from the 70s. Cool little piece. We love stuff like this. This is a Toomey Delta. So Toomey and Delta did a collab, I guess, for their first class passengers. So this is a travel bag that I guess the first class passengers were getting at one point. As you can see, this is the stuff that it has in it. Last week when I was there, I found an empty one. You can actually sell the empty ones, but one like this listed on eBay for like $75.
Yeah, because that one has everything in it.
And then I'll just kind of start rolling. So this is almost threw this back immediately. Lindsay had it. Needs a wash, but this is a George Strait band tee from 2001, his Straight Across America tour. It's got a little sleeve hit that says George Strait. Yeah, I just looked at this whenever I was checking out the shirt. I didn't really pay attention. Goes to show you. We do this to each other. We dog on each other's picks, but this was a cool one. Asher, all right. So actually picked up a pair of boxers there today. I'm gonna sell these. I sell on Depop, and I get an email every couple weeks that talks about the most bought items, the most searched items, and boxers are actually up there. So this is a brand from Buckle. Y'all gonna think I'm gross, but I did check them out.
I'm pretty sure they're brand new. I don't think they've ever been worn.
Never been worn. So I got these. They sell all day for about $20. So pick those up. They're my size, but I'm gonna sell. Let's see. So this is another band tee. It's on a Tooltex tag. I don't know why these shrivel up like this, but yeah, you can see a little bit maybe. But yeah. Anyways, it's another band tee. It's actually Eric Church from the Outsiders tour. I know that's back in the 2012 era, but another cool band tee. We like band tees. This was one of my first finds of the day. Love Nike, love embroidered Nike, and this is actually a center swoosh. Alabama, Crimson Tide, center swoosh, really clean. When I pick up stuff like this, I'm looking for holes. Anything that a wash can't take care of, but this was nice. And it is, can anybody tell me the difference why some things have a white tag? I've always wondered that. If that means that's kids, because it's a medium, I don't know, the size is okay. But yeah, medium, center swoosh, Alabama. This was a cool find. I saw a lot of Carhartt today. This is obviously a work shirt, but it had this grief. Obviously that's some type of manufacturing company, but I like the patch, and it's just a little work tee.
Yeah,
but with
it just
the patch,
looks
it was cool.
super cool.
Super cool. So this right here is it's Auburn sportswear, made in USA, vintage, little rain jacket or windbreaker. This was also really clean, just cool, made in America piece. It's spring, so stuff like this does really well on Depop. This is a vintage from the 2000s Jesus tee. So it says here for the gold, finding treasures and the stories that Jesus told. So it's some type of church camp shirt, but this you can tell from the graphic this is Y2K. We like that. Next thing found was a pair of pajama bottoms. That's another thing that's trending right now on Depop. These are 100% cotton from Cabela's. What are the size?
Are they vintage Cabela's?
No, but the thing I liked about them is they have kind of a fade to them, and then they have the wide leg at the bottom. Just a really nice little pair of Seclusion 3D camo pajama bottoms. Another automatic pickup, even though it's spring. These are a 3X Nike sweatpant.
And they're kind of springy color.
Yeah, but normally wouldn't pick up. Actually, I didn't even see this. It's got a rip right there. So we'll see if Lindsay might be able to sew that. Depop's different, right? Because you sell for so low on some items, you can get away with stuff like that. If I was going to list this on eBay, I wouldn't. But it is a 3X size. That looks like a pretty, clean little tear. So we'll think about it. If not, we'll use them at the house. I'll use them to lounge around in.
We love projects sometimes, his projects are hats. I'm getting into shoes and different things, so we'll see.
So Lindsay found this. Kids stuff is big right now. This is from Furman University, which is local to us. And it's one of those little rain jackets, but look how little.
So cute. And it's so old. It's so vintage.
Yeah. So you can see it's bronze designer sportswear made in USA. Love the tag. $15.75. Yeah, so you can see the that's actually the tag from the dry cleaner. $15.75 is how much somebody paid to get this dry cleaned at one point. But it's even got the little drawstrings on the bottom, which is really cute. But so we'll list that and see what happens. This was a fun little pickup. We have a nephew that would definitely wear these, but for Depop, these are pretty cool. Embroidered little slippers with the flames.
And I'm pretty sure there's a wrestler who, that's his thing, is that flame hit.
I have no idea. Not into wrestling, but they're men's 9 and 10. The bottoms are really clean. Might just hit them with the little
Lint roller.
Lint roller, yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. Like the embroidery. Should do well. Here's just a little pair of Levi's. They have the little hammer loop. Just throw in the shop. They're size 34. Like the collar, they were really clean. Let's see. So these are vintage Columbia. We can tell they're vintage because the tag's different now. These are probably Y2K, early 2000s. But these are also really clean. They're tech. They have, like the pull tabs. They have this. Things like that people like.
Keychains.
Yeah. This is the Omni Draw. So I wear Omni Draws. So these are definitely the older version. But we'll list these. These are a size large, so they're my size. So these might end up being a personal pickup. All right, so I haven't looked this up yet, and this reminds me, but if I see Made in America, I'm picking it up. They're just a pair of women's shorts with some rips in it.
Oh, some major rips.
But they're called Vibrant, and you see the big Made in USA tag. So if you know this brand, and you're watching, let us know. just cool shorts made in America. So we'll see. I'll research these after. This is a Lulu Lemons, my daughter's size, if nothing else, because it is older. And I know the older tends to not do as well, but she'll love it.
And I did pick that up for her. And,
Yeah.
you know, she likes the camo and stuff, so probably
We'll see. I
go
don't know
into
if she
her.
likes the camo, but we'll see.
Well, she likes camo hoodies, so why wouldn't she like camo Lulu?
This is a nice little vintage Ralph Lauren polo. I like that it's, you know, it's Ralph Lauren, but it says polo jeans with Ralph Lauren. I like anything that's not the little horse rider. Those do not do very well because they're a dime a dozen. But you can tell the tag. Really cool, and it's super clean. It's got the buttons, so I'll throw that up on Depop. On these, I look for oil spots too. I don't know if that's what they really are, but that's what they look like. But this is clean, so that'll go up. This is just an Anthropology. Of course, I'm trained to see stuff like that, so just pick that up. I don't think we'll sell it. This will be something that we take with us to the bins again, probably. So, you know, sandals are really in right now. Again, Depop, not the same standards as eBay. Although these are clean.
Yeah, they're pretty clean.
But they're just little Teva. Is that how you pronounce it? Teva sandals. So, this is one of the brands that Lindsay was talking about. She never found it in the wild. She found those almost as soon as we got there. They're Tikas.
Mm-hmm.
Teaks. So you can see, you can just feel how quality they are. Leather.
I was so pumped when I found those at the bins.
Yeah. So you see, I know like $90 for these, if I'm not mistaken.
And you can fold them.
Like that?
Yep, they're foldable. Like, so people can put them in their bags.
So you can travel
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
And you can tell they're in really good condition.
Yep.
So
I don't think they've ever been worn.
manifested that. So that's almost the end of our haul there. Just a couple other pieces. So I'm actually in the process of cleaning a, dang man, doesn't have the,
The button.
yeah, it doesn't have the button, so this will probably just be a throwaway. But
Or keep it, give it to Bentley.
yeah, we'll see. I like this one though. So to find something this jet white at the bins is pretty amazing, but I already have some buyers that, I don't know if you remember from our last video. No, you didn't post it, did you? From the last time you went to the bins. Lindsay found a vintage South Carolina hat, and I've already sold that. But it's got a really good embroidery hit on the front, and then it's got Coors Light on the side. So it was obviously a promo, but to find a promo with that quality of embroidery is cool. And then it's a dad hat, but it's a snapback, which we like that. So this will go up on Depop tonight. Then an Auburn piece. War Damn Eagle. So we got Auburn and Auburn today. Or no, Alabama and Auburn. This is a Weatherly. So this is vintage, made in USA. It's really quality. It's got
Super nice.
Like, not suede, but it's a suede fill hat or brim. It's dated, 1999 on the side. Anything dated will do well on Depop. And then it's just, it doesn't look like it's ever been worn. Hats are the best for me because they're so cheap, easy to package, and we can sell them off.
So that was our haul from the bins. We spent $15 on everything that we just showed you guys.
Oh, no. Forgot one.
Oh,
Show the linguist. So this is probably my favorite find. Well, not favorite because I showed you that, but this is a brand new Patagonia zip up rain jacket. Brand new with tags. So I did the scan on that. One sold April 6th. Same exact size for $109
on eBay.
on eBay. The only thing with this one is it is embroidered with this company, but it's black. So you can barely see it. I really don't think that's going to take away from the value. If anything, we'll probably list it for about $70. I think we can sell this in a day. So yeah, you never know what you're going to pull out. And this was just laying on top of one of the bins today.
Yeah, somebody probably put it back because it was embroidered, not knowing that it's really not going to affect
And that's one of the things about the bins. I was telling Lindsay too. I have fear of missing out, so I'm always wanting to rush and find and do this. But we're all not looking for the same stuff, so we can really take our time and just keep our eyes out. And you never know what you find. So $100, if nothing else sells, that's $100 in our hands out of 15. So it was well worth it.
And maybe one day we'll film at the bins, but it's just
Chaotic. I'm gonna check these real quick. Mom jeans. So these are short. So I will post these on Depop. But
You said what, like $20?
yeah, like $20. But they're clean. They were the zippers there. So yeah, I'll list these. So even though that would cover our price. So next we're going to show you the estate sale. We spent a little bit more here. We spent $72, but the majority of that was this piece. But that's history. You can't,
Right.
love that sign. But we'll just run through this real quick. We've got a couple of the little Toomey traveling bags. Again, Toomey's a really good quality brand. Buck a piece on those. So frogs, this is a real cool vintage squeak toy. Just cool little cartoon looking.
She said, is that for me?
Kind of bummed about this, and they got us on this one. So just a little trinket. Well, we liked him. Dated, or it says Mexico on the bottom. But when we bought it, the price was wrapped around this
With
leg,
tape.
and it's broken. So this may go into just a personal. We were going to try to sell it, but looks like we'll be keeping it. They got us.
Yeah, it's such a cute little terracotta frog, but I'll probably keep that one.
So this is a hanging frog, I guess, but it's what's the name? Not cast iron, something like cast iron, but just a little frog.
It is cast iron.
Yeah, $5 paid on him. I don't know, Lindsay, if you're gonna list that or not.
I already have. It's already on eBay.
How much did you list it for?
I'd have to go back and look.
Newer Columbias, but for $3, you can't beat them. We either wear them or sell them. Found another cool. So REI, I've sold REI in the past. These are co-ops. They're trunks. They got a cool little zipper in the back. I think these were $3. Into 30 probably. Bags are doing well for me right now, so I saw some vintage bags and I jumped on them. This is actually from the Olympics in '96, and I liked how it had the vintage Motorola. Rest in peace, Motorola. And is Motorola still in business? Somebody can tell us. Yeah,
Maybe they make cell phones.
Yeah, Centennial partner. So, but it's clean. There's nothing wrong with the bag at all. It's got this cool zip on the bottom. Oh, yeah, so lots of storage, and it's vintage, and it's dated. Olympics, pretty cool.
Super cool.
This is another vintage little just beach bag or whatever you want it to be. I liked it because of the collar block, right? The collaring. It popped on the red. Another bag. It's just made in America.
It's like a cute little pool bag. Put your towel in there, sunblock.
Yeah, so the maker is Augusta Sportswear. And I've got this listed right now for $25 on Depop. This is a really cool little tote bag again. Harvard Business vintage bag. Double-sided. It's a little dusty probably. I'm not going to do much with it. Cleaning it wise, the inside is super clean. I never looked for a tag on this thing. Made in China, but definitely vintage. The house that we were in was super beautiful, so I'm not sure if they were a Harvard grad, but yeah, just another cool vintage tote. All right. So that's everything from, that's the star of the show. Okay. If anything, I'm going to keep that. you know. I did have one find, another presidential find once. It was a signed Ronald Reagan. He was in the Oval Office, and I tracked down the owner because it was personalized, and it was a lawyer that used to live in the area that relocated to Charleston, South Carolina, and he legitimized it for me, told me it was real, but I ended up selling it. Should have not done that. It was a really cool piece. All right, so fast forward, we go back to Goodwill, which was a zoo today, but another vintage pair of Columbias. I love the pull tab on these. Again, I might just keep these because I really like the Columbia shorts, but nothing else, I'll post them.
Don't step on my little frogs.
I'm not gonna step on them. So these are kind of funky. They're starters. They're Laker scholars, but they're actually East Carolina. They're super long, so Y2K, right? But what they actually are the short side of a pair of the convertible zip away pants.
Yeah,
So,
those would do well in Depop.
yeah, I've already got those listed. Yeah, cool starter, vintage. All right, so Lindsay picked this up. We have a little toothpick holder. This is dated as well. 2006. Lindsay could tell you more about it, but
It's the little fish. We have the little orange toothpick holder that's just like this. It's a little trinket that I keep on my desk in there. This is a water pitcher. I do have this listed on eBay right now. I was debating on whether keeping it or not since we do have the little one, but I don't use the little one in the kitchen. So I think I'm just gonna sell it. So, but she's, great condition. No cracks, no chips, nothing. And she's super cute. I just love her. Here you go.
yeah. All right. Just a couple other little finds. There was a ton of purses in the bags there. This is just a cool little gym bag. Falcons vintage. You can tell by the Falcons logo. This is a vintage pre-Tom Brady Buccaneers hat. I am going to wash this. But yeah, it's a Twin Enterprises, which is a good brand of hat. It is a Velcro back, but it should clean up really well, and I'll throw it in the shop. All right.
Last but and least. I was going to say not least, but he almost got into a fight at this thrift store. Yeah.
Over the hats, which,
Yeah, I was over exaggerating.
But these are just a little pair. This is from Miracle Hill
Yep.
thrift store. Birkenstocks. We searched for Birkenstocks all day at the bins. They were leather there. We had a pair altogether, but there was no matches. So that's the thing at the bins. If you're looking for shoes, it's very rare that you're ever going to find a match unless they're rubber band together. But I'm going to clean these up. They're white. They will clean up well. And you do get the Birkenstock hit on that side.
Yep.
So, yeah, they're clean. They should do well once I finish cleaning them up.
Now, my cheeks at the bins
Bless
were
you.
not rubber band together, but I was on a mission and I was ready
I'm
to.
going to dive in this thing if I have to. How much was this?
$3.
Yeah, so this is these are cool. It's an air lounger. So as you can see there, you just use the air to fill it up and it inflates. Friends of ours, our son Asher plays baseball. They had these at the baseball games and they're super cool for little kids just to plop down on. You remember these, Asher? The air loungers? Yeah. I don't know. We're going to see. Was this the only one they had?
Yeah.
They have a bunch of them?
I do have it posted on eBay, but I don't know. I'm debating taking it down because I would kind of like to keep it, but we'll see.
So it's about to be the NBA playoffs, so I picked up this 47 brand dad hat, Boston Celtics. I have a shirt that matches in my store already, Kevin Garnett. This is really probably the coolest find from the thrift store. So this is a vintage Detroit Tigers hat. I've seen one similar listed on Depop, which is cheaper, $65 for this.
Dang.
Yeah. Although it's not embroidered, it is a press on, but still cool. Little mesh back trucker hat, vintage. I didn't check the. Okay, we're good. Sorry, y'all. Checking things in real time. I was so heated at that dude. By the time he did leave the hat area, I was just grabbing and going. So let's go in there. This was a cool one. Kansas University. One of the providers I work with, her son is a pitcher for the University of Kansas. So this caught my eye. 47 brand. It almost looks throwback because it does have a green bottom, but I feel like this should do well in my shop. And then I've got this exact hat listed in my Depop shop right now. I picked up another one. I already have a watcher. We're in the throes or we're in the midst of golf season. It's the Masters right now. I have an American Needle Masters hat, but I'm not going to sell it. But this is Oakmont US Open. The one I have is 2016. This is a 2007, so it's a little older, vintage, pretty cool find. But that's everything. Total, I think we spent probably around 20 at
Miracle Hill?
Miracle Hill. I think we paid probably 15, not even.
Not even.
At Goodwill. We paid 72, which after looking at stuff like this, y'all are probably thinking, why 72? But again, you forget about this guy. And if anybody knows anything about Tony Spina, please reach out to us and let us know. But yeah, and then of course we had $15. So under $100, not under, just a little bit over $100. Again, just the one Patagonia made it for the day. So
Yeah,
that's our day.
and we have been reselling for a little over a year now. We're just starting to get into like YouTube, I guess, posting our ventures on YouTube. So yeah, check us out. eBay, it's blended_blessed, and on Depop it is Second Solids.
Solid second.
Solid Seconds.
Second solid. We're talking about a deuce.
All right, so we will see you guys in the next video.
Yep. Thank y'all.
Okay, so aside from Whoa, a fight's breaking out in the truck.